Hello and welcome to Joan Comrie's Feeding Tips. My name is Joan Comrie. Today we're going to talk about picky eating. There's a lot of information about picky eating, so what I'm going to do is a video series on picky eating, so stay tuned. This is the first one. We're going to talk about today what is picky eating. Picky eating is a developmental stage that kids go through starting at about age 2 and ending at about age 5 or 6. And in that period, they become very picky about what they're willing to eat. And that's called neophagia, when they're scared or they have anxiety about new foods or things look different to them, and they will start deciding not to eat foods that they used to be comfortable with. So why do kids go through that stage? Well, it's thought that kids go through that stage at a period of time when they're trying to become independent. So think about your 2-year-old who's running down the sidewalk. They want to get away from you. They want to show that they're independent. But then they stop and they look at you to make sure that you're watching them. And as soon as you make eye contact, they fly because they're like comfortable and they know you're still there, but they still want to get away, but they still need you to be there. And so during that developmental time of conflict, those same type of anxiety and the decision to become more independent is shown during feeding. And so you will have a child that still is able to eat 30 foods of all different varieties of all of the food groups, but may one day like the food, may one day not like the food, but at some point they're going to like that food again. So a couple interesting things. First of all, the 30 different types of food. Now, I'm not talking 5 or 10 of those are different flavors of yogurt or different varieties of the same cheese crackers. I'm talking about completely 30 different types of food. That's really important, of all the different food groups. The other important thing is to understand that they may not like it one day, but they may like it the next. Another important thing is that if you put something new on their plate, that they don't have a temper tantrum or they don't fall apart because the food is on their plate. They are comfortable in their decision of maybe not eating the food, but they're not going to fall apart because you put some food on their plate. So when does picky eating go away? Well, the phase of picky eating should be ended by about 5 or 6 years of age. When a child starts going to kindergarten, they should no longer be so picky anymore. Okay, let's summarize what we talked about today. What is picky eating? Picky eating is a developmental phase that kids go through starting at about 2 years of age, ending at about 5 years of age. Picky eaters, even though they choose to be particular about what they eat, will still eat at least 30 foods of all the different food groups. They may like food one day, they may not like it the next day, but at some point they're going to like that food again. They are also very comfortable if you put something that's undesired or a new food or a novel food on their plate and they're not comfortable with it. They may choose not to eat it, but they're not going to lose their mind. They're not going to have a temper tantrum about it. So that's what picky eating is about. Like I said at the beginning, we're going to add some new videos all about picky eating. We're going to learn about what you can do about it, when you should be concerned, a whole bunch of topics we're going to talk about. So if this was helpful, please continue to share. I really appreciate that. I also really appreciate the comments that you're sending me. That gives me fuel for what I can talk about next. Hope this was helpful. Have a great day. Thanks.